A company's marginal cost function c prime of x equals 8 divided by the square root of x, where x is the number of units sold. Find the total cost of the first 49 units from x equals 0 to x equals 49. Let's begin by looking at the graph of the marginal cost function. Notice the horizontal axis is the number of units sold, and the vertical axis is the cost in dollars per unit. Notice if we multiply cost in dollars per unit and units, it would give us dollars, or the total cost to produce X items. Which means if we determine the area under this function over the closed interval from 0 to 49, we can determine the total cost for the first 49 units. So the total cost is equal to the def integral of c prime of x from 0 to 49. So again, the total cost is going to be equal to the integral of c prime of x, or 8 divided by the square root of x, integrated from 0 to 49. But before we find the antiderivative, let's change the form of the integrand. 8 divided by the square root of x can be written as 8 divided by x to the power of 1/2, where the exponent is 1 and the index is 2 because we have a square root. And if we move this up to the numerator, it would change the sign of the exponent. This is equal to 8 times x to the power of negative 1/2. So let's write this as the integral of 8x to the power of negative 1/2 from 0 to 49. Next we'll find the antiderivative, which would be 8 times x to the power of negative 1/2 plus 1, that's x to the 1/2, and then divided by 1/2. After simplifying, we'll evaluate this at the upper limit of integration of 49, and then at the lower limit of integration of 0, and then find the difference. Well, here dividing by 1/2 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, or multiplying by 2. So we can write this as 16 x to the 1/2, or the square root of x. And now to evaluate this, we'll substitute 49 for x, then 0 for x, and then find the difference. So when x is 49, we have 16 times the square root of 49, minus when x is 0, we have 16 times square root 0. Well, the square root of 49 is 7, so we have 16 times 7 minus, this is 16 times 0, or 0. So this is equal to 16 times 7, or 112. So the total cost for the first 49 units is $112. I hope you found this helpful.